Back with another episode of Chef's Kiss. It's me, Pete, and John. John, we got spring training today started. I'm repping my Phillies. You're repping the Cubs. Let's go. How excited are
Let's.
you?
I'm very
Baseball's back,
excited,
baby.
dude. Pitchers and catchers report. What made me most happy was even on the Super Bowl. I knew that morning when I woke up that pitchers and catchers were reporting to spring training for the Cubs. Like
Yeah.
even pre Super Bowl, which was just great. And congrats on your Eagles win. That was a terrible game, and I'm sure you enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah, I mean it was the worriness and the anxiousness lasted about 17 minutes and then it subsided.
That's the
Um
best, dude. You can
I
just
I,
enjoy that Super Bowl
I
like you
even
had it
tried
in the bag.
jinxing it. I told my family. We watched it with my in-laws and sister-in-law, brother-in-law, the kids, everybody, all big Eagles fans. 24-0 at halftime. I said, guys, this game's over. It's over. They're like, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Don't say that. I'm like, guys, it has nothing. Like the Chiefs offense have done nothing. It's not going to change.
They couldn't
And
block. The offensive line could not block
And then
Philly's
we got to the
defensive
third
line.
quarter, and I'm like, it doesn't matter about points. It's about time of possession. There's not enough time left. Period. Like they built up too big of a lead. It's over. I'm like, it's over, guys. Started eating more calzones. It was enjoyable because you weren't on the edge of your seat. Please make the play. It was a blowout, dude. They fucking blew the doors off them.
They were clearly outmatched. They were definitely a better team. I think everyone was just like, well, they have Mahomes, but then when you realize, okay, the Philly has a better offensive line, has a better defensive line.
Mm.
Uh, Kansas City's offensive line sucks. We knew this team was barely getting by all year. They don't have a number one wide receiver. Kelsey's gotten old. Their wide receivers can't win one on one, and their bet was like, we're going to play back in coverage. None of their guys can win one on one anyway,
Mm.
and we think we can get to Mahomes with four guys, which is
They
exactly
have
how you
been
beat
all
the great
season.
quarterback. Which is exactly how you beat the great quarterbacks: Brady, Rodgers, uh, Mahomes. You get there with four, and that's what they did. And it was, if anything, was highlighted, it was just how bad KC's offensive line was all year, and how good Mahomes is to kind of covering that up. But the Philly is definitely a more talented team. I think people were just afraid to bet against Mahomes, but they were outmatched everywhere, so it wasn't even close.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they dog walked them. So I don't care who was playing Philly that day. They were the best team, and I mean, and it's no discredit to them, but they just have the most stacked roster. Everybody on that, I mean, it's one of the best teams that we've seen in a decade, 2 decades, whatever it is. Just a
Yeah.
very, very good team, especially down the stretch there. So yeah, it was enjoyable. Pretty disgusting. All the white trash and hood rats, how they acted after the game. And people say, "Oh, it's disgusting." I don't know if you saw any of the videos,
I
but I
did.
mean, they are just animals. Every single one of those opportunistic animals destroying street lights, stomping on public property. They ripped apart a linen truck and started throwing linen on there.
I
Everyone's like,
can't
"Oh
understand
yeah,
just
ooh."
so, but you can understand why Phillies fans get a bad rap. Like
Bro,
they've earned
I
it.
find it hard to root for the Eagles. I legit have to say in my mind, like, I am rooting for the team. Like, I like the team. Like, this is the team, not the peripherals around it, like the people, because the people are trash. I mean, honestly, and I live right by Philly, dude, and can confidently say it is filled with white trash and hood rats. Those are the people that are Phillies or that are Eagles fans. They're disgusted. Most of them, a lot of them are disgusting people. And that's just the facts, dude. I mean, I'm not, and this is where I live. I get it, but the city of Philadelphia, those fans. I mean, just look at the videos. The same people that are like, "Oh, that's not all of us. That's not all of us," are the same people climbing poles and destroying public property. So it is what it is, dude. Call a spade a spade. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I think that the biggest thing was they were like, we're not going to let Saquon beat us. We're going to make Hurts beat us, and he smoked him.
Yeah,
He was awesome. He was so good. So
300
yeah,
yards. It was beautiful. It was a very stress free, different kind of Super Bowl. So it was good. Yeah, got to have the kids see it. It'll be one we'll remember. It's exciting. They'll have the parade on Friday. I think once the parade is over, then we can kind of start, everyone else can start catching up to us, getting ready for baseball season. Because I'm already
Let's
locked in, dude. I'm
go.
locked in. I started writing Phillies articles. I'm looking at spring training stuff. I
Me
changed my
too, dude.
background on my phone already. I changed it to Bryce
Nice.
Harper. Like I am
Dude, I've been obsessed with his TikTok videos. He like
really
his yeah, and I actually bought he was teaching everyone how to make like a latte and he bought like this little like
frother.
whisker. Yeah,
Yeah,
frother. So I bought it and it's
yeah.
awesome. And
So you're
now I'm watching those
But you
stupid
like them
videos.
because they're informational, not entertaining, right?
I like Bryce Harper, and I
Right.
also like it because they are informational. And
Right.
it's again, it's any social media hack. It's going behind the scenes. It's like your
Right.
favorite athlete, a cool athlete. Like, what do they like at home? Why is MTV Cribs cool? Why do people want
Hmm.
to see what's in their
Why
fridge?
are
I don't
boobs
know, but
cool? Why is the
yeah,
sky blue?
why is Sky Blue? Like, because I want to see if he's drinking Cristal or not. But
Yeah.
I've been obsessed with this TikTok videos, but super pumped for baseball season. Like, bunch of topics, winners, losers, the off season. I want to just touch on this fun topic: player development for Dad League Suburban Softball. So, as you know, I'm part of the softball league team. We've been together for a couple of years. We play 3 seasons: spring, summer, and fall. So we've become a very tight knit group, bunch of dads in the suburbs. And you would think in the off season, what would be player development? Well,
Stretching?
and no, there's no there's here's the player development. This is how they think we're gonna win. There's no stretching, no one's working out, no one's taking hitting lessons, no one's practicing. But the group chat, the WhatsApp thread is blowing up with new jerseys, new logos, new
Right.
bats, basically
Mm.
anything that doesn't involve you like moving. It's like how can
Makes
we
you look
spend
cool.
yeah, how can we look cooler
How can we
and
look
how
cooler
can
this
we
season?
yeah, and how can we spend more money on bats? We lead the league in bats. So that's been filling up the thread. So I just thought that was hilarious. Like I was like, does anyone want to like go practice or work out or hit? And they're like, no, no. But look at
No,
this.
but did you?
But look at this new DeMarini.
Yeah. What if we got these patches? I know it's a little over the top, but
Dude,
what
I
are your
know. It's like,
thoughts?
what about this color scheme? Pink, blue, it's sort of like Miami Vice. It's black, but it's hot, but we'll wear them at night. It'll be like our alternate jerseys.
Damn,
I mean,
yeah.
dude, it's just like, it's so funny.
That's the
And
closest thing you
not
get
one
to
person
feel a
had said,
part of
hey,
a
is anyone?
team.
I don't know. It's great. It's awesome.
I like it, dude. Keep us
It's the,
posted.
it's the exact amount of effort a suburban dad would want to put forth. But yeah,
Yes.
bunch of fun topics. What do you want to start with first?
We'll just go in order. I didn't have this pulled up. Sorry.
All right, I got it. So
You got it.
winners and losers of the off season. Winners, Dodgers.
Clearly.
We can basically just call this cheating. Like I can't believe
Well,
this is. I know you disagree. I mean technically it's not cheating. They can do it. Whether or not it's good for baseball, I disagree. I don't think it is. I think it's a joke. Like I was looking at their rotation, and then like two of their guys, they're like Kershaw was at like the very end. Like, is
right.
it like a possible injury? But I mean, it's stupid. Like
They're like
him and
10
Shohei.
deep.
Yeah, it's like 10 deep, and I'm just like Shohei and Kershaw had asterisks. They'll be like, oh, they're coming back from injury, but we'll see. I'm like, oh yeah, those are two like Hall of
Yeah.
Famers. I mean, it's just insane. So obviously they're the team to beat. The Mets with Soto, obviously, and then re-signing
Alonzo,
Alonso, which is great.
Clay
Tigers
Holmes.
had a good offseason, got Gleyber Torres, which is good. Skubal, reigning Cy Young. And then the losers, Cardinals have done absolutely nothing. Padres have sucked, and the Braves have done absolutely nothing. I know they have Strider and Acuna Jr. coming back, but yeah. And they sold, got Max Fried went to the Yankees. So those are just a little bit, but I just want to get your feeling on like who killed it this offseason and who do you think totally, screwed everything up?
Yeah, the one thing I was looking at was the Braves, obviously, because the NL East is stacked. So I started covering stuff with the Mets as well. So I'm pretty well versed with the Mets right now. I do a lot of social media stuff for this company. But it's pretty much, it's just the Mets, the Phillies, and the Braves. And the Braves ran into a lot of injuries last season, obviously. But some guys that they lost, AJ Minter, he goes to the Mets. He stays in the division. Travis d'Arnaud, great backup. Freed, Charlie Morton, Ronald Acuna, and Spencer Strider will be back at some point. But you're kind of just relying on. It like thinned out. I saw it says what they're starting pitching thinned out. And that kind of brings me to my point about why I don't really care that much about the Dodgers, John, because baseball is the only sport that has the most parity, and health and injuries play a large role in that. So although the Dodgers do have a very stacked, very deep lineup, and they are the favorites for obvious reasons, that doesn't mean they're going to win the last game of the season, in my opinion. And it's just fact. There's more winners in baseball every year than any other sport. So yeah. So keep an eye on the Braves. I don't know if they did enough, honestly. Hopefully they do stay healthy because they're fun to watch. Padres still look like they're dishing pitchers, right? Cease is looking. There's still a market for Cease. It doesn't look like Michael King's going to move right now. Mets, obviously. Mets get Clay Holmes. They're going to move him to a starting pitching role. I just saw some video of him throwing. He dusting the entire starting lineup. So he looks great right now. Whether he can't convert that to a starting pitching role doesn't matter. Even if he does go back to the bullpen, they still got Diaz. Like I said, they picked up AJ Minter and then with him as well. So yeah, I mean, I think the NL East looks very healthy. And yeah, the Dodgers kind of just, making headlines as always. And I don't know if you were watching MLB Network this morning, but Dave Roberts was on talking about he saw the ring and everything like that. MLB Network was good this morning. Bill Nye was on. It was pretty good.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. He's a big he's like from DC, so he's like a Nationals fan, but then he's also a Mariners fan too. So that's what you got.
That's awesome, dude.
Bill.
Let's see. So where will Bregman sign?
So
I think it's between the Cubs or the Red Sox. I think he's not going to Detroit, in my opinion.
Right.
I get your thoughts.
I think you're going to agree with me. It is going to benefit. Well, we're gonna agree he's not getting 6 to 8 years, right? No one's giving.
And I think that's why it's taking so long, because they're just not going to do it, and they're calling his bluff, or Boris.
Right.
There's no other offer.
No.
They're full of it.
You're not getting that amount. So, as Cubs fans, for the Cubs, I think it makes a lot of sense because you do have Matt Shaw right there at third base, ready to be your starting third baseman. And then you can bring in a veteran who would you can slot him in there if you don't think he's ready, and have Bregman coach him and mentor him into what it is to be a great third baseman. And that is a huge plus when you're, grooming these young prospects and bringing them up to the big league. So for me, I think it makes sense. And who wouldn't want to see Presley, Tucker, and Bregman, all former teammates? I think that kind of pulls him more to Wrigley than anything. So I would predict that he does go to the Cubs for those reasons.
I completely agree. I think also, too, just this cheating scandal from 2017, there's not a better team to go to refresh your image than Wrigley Field in the Chicago Cubs. Like, that is, I mean, that's not going to cure everything, but it's really, really going to help. And he has former teammates that are already there that can play. And I also think, too, that if they get him, and they move Nico Horner or whatever, you have a couple options. You can move Shaw to second base and have Bregman play third, so you're utilizing both. If Shaw ends up just like raking and you're like, we got to get this guy in the lineup, and you get something back for Horner. Or you do have that option where if Shaw turns out he's not ready and not great, he can learn from Bregman while Bregman takes third base, and then they're solid and they're good to go. So I think Jed's under the hot seat. I think he's got to make moves. I think this is the last one I think he really has to make, and probably another starting pitcher, maybe Cease, but he's definitely feeling the pressure, and he's been very active this winter, and you can tell. But I think Bregman, it makes the most sense for him because refreshes his image. He gets to play with former teammates, and he's going to get high visibility. So I definitely think that's going to happen.
And John, how about that division? Brewers lose their closer to Devin Williams to the Yankees.
Who looks super weird without a beard, by the way.
Yeah, lost a lot of the aura.
Dude, I feel like he's going to get shelled just because he lost his beard. If I was batting against him, I'd be like, I'm not afraid of this changeup. This guy is a totally different dude.
Yeah, if I shaved my beard, you would look at me a lot different too. You'd be like, "Who the fuck is that kid?" But yeah, that division really thinned out. The Pirates still got Jared. What's his name? Jared Jones and Paul Skeens.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, they're not getting any better offensively. They hired Daniel Vogelbach today as a special hitter, assistant to
health
the hitters.
and fitness coordinator.
Yes, exactly. He was signed to the catering company. But yeah, the Brewers thinned out. Cardinals, like you said, not making any moves. So I think the division's there to win for the Cubs.
Dakota projected them 90, 91 wins, and if they get Bregman, that's only going to go up. So I'm pretty high on this Cubs team, and I think they've done a lot of work on the bullpen. They've added a couple starters. I still think they need to add more and more if you're seriously going to compete in the playoffs with the NL East, which is completely stacked. I mean, that division is insane. Like, the NL East is the best division in baseball. It's not even close.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. Want to get your thoughts on this? I know we're short. You're short on time. New Netflix docu-series coming out, The Clubhouse. Profiles the Boston Red Sox, basically the F1 Drive to Survive version of Major League Baseball that everyone has copied, PGA Tour, Polo, whatever. So I saw the trailer today. Tristan Casas was featured and like grounded out or struck out, and then was just like cursing like crazy. It was like the whole clip.
Yeah.
My question is, this is the second Red Sox documentary. Like, why is it the Red Sox? Why pick a different? Why does it have to be the Red Sox? Why is Netflix so fascinated with the Red Sox?
John, this should have been the perfect opportunity to scrap your project, right? What story are you telling? The 70-win Red Sox team?
That's
you know what I mean?
saying.
Like, what is special? What story are you telling? And yeah, that clip of Tristan Casas was kind of weird. He was talking to himself. Come on, Tristan, do something. He's throwing 90. It was just like a weird. It didn't look good. It was like they tried to hype, and I'm like, what is this? Like, what is the story? Why would I be invested in this?
Yeah.
It didn't seem cool at all.
You don't pick. So, like, again, our problem with Major League Baseball marketing, you don't pick the team. It's like you pick the players. This is
Story driven.
It's story driven. What players provide the best stories? I don't know. The Dodgers are a pretty great story. Like, you got Yamamoto, you got Shohei, that whole thing with his interpreter. That would have been really interesting to see the drama from that. Freddie Freeman, he had some family issues with his son, and that was like a huge story. Like, that was and they won the World Series. They're the best team. So you have so much content. Why the Reds? I don't know why their selection process sucks. Their marketing is terrible. I was so excited for this to come out. I saw this trailer. I go, I don't even want to watch this. I don't even care.
John, who outside of baseball fans would know Tristan Casas?
Nobody
knows who that guy is.
Phillies would be great. Think about all the characters on there. Regardless, let's say the Phillies win 50 games, which they wouldn't, but you got Castellanos. You got JT Realmuto. You have Bryce Harper. You have Kyle Schwarber. You have so many fun personalities on that team that you could follow and are great.
They could have picked a better, shittier team too. You know what I mean? Like the Pirates, two young pitching studs, like Skeens.
Skeens is already getting great play on social media anyway. Like, just lean into that.
It seems like they went with like the market, right? Boston market. Oh, not Boston market. The market of the city of Boston. Dude, I love Boston market. The chicken club and the mac and cheese, undefeated, dude. I don't think there's anybody on the planet who makes a better mac and cheese than Boston market.
Is Boston market still around? They still have those?
I think they filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
There's one left. There's one left in Newtown.
There was one in Chicago too.
I know there was, like in Old Town, and then it was gone. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I think they picked like a big market. It didn't look appetizing at all. It's not going to catch my attention. I'll probably watch it, take a gummy and watch it to make it a little bit more enjoyable. But
Sure.
that's about it, man. And the trailer told me nothing about it either. It's like, what story are you telling me here?
That's the other thing. The story sucked, and the trailer sucked. Like, come up with a better clip. Like, I have problems with the whole thing. Again, Major League Baseball marketing is absolute garbage, as we've decided. All right, a couple minutes left. World Series odds: Dodgers plus 300, Yankees plus 800, Mets plus 850, Braves plus 900.
Say that again. After the Dodgers.
Dodgers plus 300, Yankees plus 800, Yankees plus 850, Braves plus 900.
You said Yankees twice.
Dodgers plus
You said
300, Yankees plus 800, Mets
Mets.
plus
Okay.
850, Braves plus 900.
Then Braves, and then where do the Phillies fall?
Then you have Baltimore 12-1, Houston 12-1,
No.
Phillies.
Philly is after Houston.
Yeah, so Baltimore plus 500, Astros plus 550, Phillies plus 600. Phillies
Yeah.
have dropped.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why have they dropped so much? I don't think Houston is better than the Phillies, and I don't know if the Braves or Baltimore is better than the Phillies. Quite
Maybe
honestly,
because just the trajectory, right? 2002 World Series, 2003 NLCS,
Yeah.
last year NLCS, maybe a wild card exit this year.
yeah,
I mean, that's not going to happen, but
no. Any other final thoughts? I know you got to wrap because you're a busy
know.
man with a lot of kids.
sorry. Yeah, I have to go pick up my daughter before 4:30. I know we made it quick today. I got to just be better prepared for these. I wasn't anticipating having to leave so early.
No worries, buddy. I appreciate it. I'm glad we could get this in. We had to kick off. I mean, pitchers and catchers report,
Yeah.
spring training. We had to get one in.
That's what I was saying. I wanted to get something in just so we can get it out there. Let the people know, hey, we're going to be covering baseball all season long, hopefully at a very high level. So,
For sure, dude. I'm looking forward to it, man.
yes.
I'm staring at a snowstorm outside my window.
Yeah, we got a lot of snow yesterday, too. Thank God a lot of it melted. I did some shoveling and salting and should be good for the rest of the day.
Cool, buddy.
All
Good
right.
luck. Good luck being dad.
Guys, thanks for watching. We're going to be back, God willing, with a weekly show. Hopefully we can do this once a week. I think that's good, John, right? A
think we
weekly
can do it.
podcast.
I think
Yeah.
we can do it.
But no more than that.
No, come on.
Yeah.
We're
Come on.
we're very busy people.
Yeah.
Very important people. A lot of duties.
Yeah.
We don't have time. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
I think once a week would be good. Once a week drop.
Our
an hour
millions and millions of
episode.
followers. Listen, you get us once a week. Just be happy about it.
Yeah, it is. All right, John and viewers, thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. Today is what, Wednesday?
Yes.
We'll be back next week. Thanks for watching.
Peace.